The political standoff over Mizoram's inner line permit and the 1986 Mizoram Peace Accord has moved from statements and press conferences to street protest. On Saturday, the 8th of August, MNF youth workers gathered near the gate of Chief Minister Pulil Duama's official bungalow in Aizol to protest against his recent remarks on the ILP and the Peace Accord. The protest began at around 11:30 in the morning, carrying black flags and placards. The protesters raised slogans against the Chief Minister and demanded that he withdraw his remarks and apologize to the people of Mizoram. Mizo National Youth Front President Gogole Remtuanga said the Chief Minister, having himself lived through Mizoram's difficult years, should understand the importance of the Peace Accord and the ILP. Former MNA President Puro Tsungnunga also criticized the Chief Minister, saying it was unfortunate for Mizoram to have a Chief Minister who, in his view, did not understand the constitutional and political importance of the ILP. The Peace Accord MNF Returnee Association, or PAMRA, also joined the criticism. Its president, Pu Vanlalbia, accused the Chief Minister of weakening the importance of an agreement that, according to him, came after years of conflict and the loss of many lives. The MNF youth workers eventually dispersed at around 3:30 in the afternoon. The debate over recruitment in Mizoram has taken another turn after the Mizoram Public Service Commission rejected some of the key demands raised by Mizo Zirlaipol. The MPSC has refused to end its one-time registration system, or OTR. The Commission said the system was introduced to make applications easier for job seekers. Under OTR, candidates can keep their basic personal information and documents on record and use the same detail when applying for future examinations. The Mizo Zirlaipol had demanded that the OTR system be replaced with separate application forms for individual examinations. The Commission has also rejected the demand to allow offline submission of documents of candidates whose applications were rejected because documents were missing or uploaded after the deadline. According to the MPSC, reopening such applications could affect candidates who have already been selected and appointed. The Commission also pointed out that some candidates affected by the decision have already taken the matter to the Guwahati High Court Aizol bench, but the MZP says the issue is far from over. The student organization has already called for wider reforms in the MPSC, including a reform committee and changes to the rules governing recruitment and document submission. For thousands of young people preparing for government jobs, the issue is about more than one examination. It is about whether the recruitment system is transparent, fair, and trusted by those who depend on it. The dispute between government-aided schools and the Mizoram government is continuing, with teachers maintaining their protest against the new school categorization policy. Members of the Mizoram Government Ad Hoc Aided High School Teachers Association, or MIGATA, continued their mass casual leave on Saturday, the 8th of August. The teachers are opposing the government's decision to place more than 90 ad hoc high school under the lower lump sum grant in aid special category 1 system instead of restoring their earlier status. For the teachers, this is not simply a question of salary. They say lowering the status of these schools could affect the future of the institutions, the recruitment of teachers, and the education of students in rural areas. Many students in these areas do not have easy access to better equipped schools in towns. Teachers and local communities fear that changes to the status of these institutions could eventually make education more difficult for students living far from major towns. Managing committees, NGOs, and local groups in several areas have joined the protest. In some communities, discussions have even taken place about temporarily closing ad hoc high schools if the government does not withdraw the new rules. The dispute has now become a wider question about the future of community-run schools and how education should be provided in rural Mizoram. The Mizoram government has announced a special financial package for 33 people who are recovering from drug addiction. The assistance was provided under the government's Banakay, or hand-holding policy, during a program held at the MLA Conference Hall in the Assembly Annex in Aizol on Saturday. Chief Minister Pulil Duama handed over the financial assistance to the beneficiaries. During the same program, accreditation certificates and grant in aid were also handed over to 21 accredited drug treatment centers. The Chief Minister said drug addiction has affected not only young people but also their families and communities. He said the government is working together with churches, NGOs, rehabilitation centers, and security agencies to fight both drug addiction and the trafficking network that brings drugs into Mizoram. Chief Minister Pulal Duama also pointed to the large drug seizures made during recent police operations. He said the seizures have made illegal drugs incredibly expensive and harder to obtain. Social Welfare Minister Pilarin Puy said the government is ready to support people who have left drugs behind and are trying to rebuild their lives. The Chief Minister urged the 33 beneficiaries to use the financial support to establish stable livelihoods. He also encouraged them to become examples for other people who are trying to recover from addiction. Mizoram has joined the global observance of the International Day of the World's Indigenous Peoples with a call for unity among Zo people living across different countries. The program was organized by Zoro in Aizol on Saturday, one day ahead of the official observance on the 9th of August. The event began at 11 in the morning with a procession from Millennium Center to Vanapa Hall. The march was held under the theme of unity. Participants wore traditional clothing representing different Zo communities with representatives from 48 Mizo ethnic groups taking part. Art and Culture Minister Pusila Soyvunga said although Zo people have been separated by international borders, their identity and sense of belonging remain connected. He said indigenous communities around the world have historically faced pressure and control from larger groups. At the same time, he noted that international institutions, including the United Nations, have increasingly recognized the rights of indigenous people. The minister urged Zo communities living in different countries to continue preserving their language, culture, and identity while strengthening cooperation and unity. For those taking part in the march, the message was not about removing political borders. It was about maintaining a shared cultural identity despite those borders. Mizoram's local products now have a new platform in the national capital. Chief Minister Pulal Duama on Saturday inaugurated a Made by Mizo kiosk at 102 Humayunpur, Safdarjung Enclave in New Delhi. The kiosk has been established under the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises RAMP scheme, with Zohanco serving as the state nodal agency. The idea is to take products made in Mizoram closer to customers outside the state. Zohanco has already launched the madebymizo.com online shopping platform. The new kiosks are expected to make the system more efficient by allowing online orders to be shipped directly from sales points outside Mizoram instead of sending every order from Aizol. Similar kiosks are also being planned in Bengaluru and Kolkata. After the inauguration, a Chief Minister's grand dinner was held at Kidang Restaurant in Safdarjung Enclave. Pulal Duama said the progress made by Zohanco reflects the government's efforts to reform and strengthen state-owned public sector organizations. The wider goal is to give Mizo entrepreneurs and producers access to customers beyond Mizoram and create more opportunities for local products in the national market. Mizoram's 3 autonomous district councils are seeking faster actions from Parliament on a constitutional amendment that has remained pending for several years. BJP leaders from the Lai, Mara, and Sakma Autonomous District Councils met Union Minister of State for Home Affairs Nityanand Rai in New Delhi on Friday. During the meeting, they requested the centre to speed up the passage of the Constitution 125th Amendment Bill 2019. The proposal bill has remained pending in Parliament for years. The delegation was informed that a committee has been formed under the direction of Union Home Minister Amit Shah to examine the pending legislation. The BJP leaders said they want the progress to move faster so that the bill can be considered and passed at the earliest. The delegation included BJP State Core Group member and Palak MLA Puke Shamo, Mara Autonomous District Council Chief Executive Member and Siaha District BJP President Pu M. Laiko, and Longklai District BJP President Pilal Shwaitluangi Vandir. BJP Northeast Coordinator Sambit Patra also accompanied the delegation. For the 3 autonomous district councils, the issue is important because changes in the constitutional framework could affect the functioning and financial powers of councils in the northeastern states. Mizoram celebrated the 12th National Handloom Day on Friday with events in both Aizawl and Thenzawl, highlighting the economic potential of traditional Mizo textiles. Commerce and Industries Minister Pu F. Roding Liana said, traditional Mizo clothing should be made more affordable so that more people can buy and wear it. He said Mizo textiles are of standard comparable with products from other parts of the world and could become an important part of Mizoram's economy and tourism industry. The government said 1,091 applications have been received from Mizoram weavers through the central government's online registration system. At the time of the event, 995 applications had been accepted, while 52 had been rejected. Thenzawl continues to be the biggest handloom center in Mizoram. More than 2,000 looms are currently operating there, with an estimated annual turnover of around Rs 10.8 crore. In Aizawl, an exhibition featuring around 60 stalls was opened, displaying handloom products from different parts of Mizoram. The challenge now is to take these products beyond local markets, make them affordable for ordinary buyers, and build a stronger connection between traditional weaving, tourism, and modern business. Mizoram's education system could soon see greater use of artificial intelligence after Chief Minister Pulal Duoma held discussions with Google for education officials in New Delhi on Friday. The meeting focused on possible cooperation between Google and the Mizoram School Education Department, particularly in the area of digital education and artificial intelligence. The Chief Minister met Google for Education Lead for Government and Strategic Agreements, Niti Verma, Sales Lead Hemant Bhala, Digital Transformation Manager Sonia Mera Agarwal, and Public Manager Sadwik Misra. The discussions included possible cooperation involving Google Gemini and the state's education system. Google for Education officials reportedly expressed their willingness to provide free artificial intelligence training to teachers in Mizoram. If implemented, the training could help teachers understand how AI tools can be used in classrooms, lesson planning, and other educational work. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching.